Hey guys, welcome to episode 37 of the Friendlyjordies podcast. We've got Jay Shanks in the studio.
How do you do? It's a pleasure to be here. We've decided to change my name back to the stage name that I had when I was a model in, I think Southeast Asia liked it. East Asia didn't care much for it. It was just say Jordan. Why would you change it down to Jay? And I was just like, I don't know, the store, JJ's, maybe they pick us
cool.
up. That doesn't exist.
Yeah. So we've got Jay Shanks, we've got Robbie. What's your name?
My name is Rhubarb Robbie, I think.
Yeah, we came. Yep.
Okay.
As if I just, they put that on me.
That's an interesting choice, Robbie. Okay. And my name's just Tom on a Fury. So
yeah.
Okay, so we're going to be going on to the first segment. Big pod today, everybody. Very long, so let's get through this.
Yeah.
All right. So Robbie, hey, we were just starting off. Like sitting down in the studio and we're like, all right, what are we doing today, guys? And Robbie's like, I've got a really good segment. And we were like, oh, really? Oh, what is it? And he's like, I can't tell you. And we're like, oh, okay, well, why don't...
help if you did.
Yeah, like usually
we talk these things over. I believe the buzz phrase that they use in the biz is workshop.
Yeah. Usually, we'll be like, I've got this idea. Like, why don't we talk about this? And then we're like, all right, well, what's the idea, Robbie? Like, maybe we can, help improve it. And he was like, no, it's perfect already. So we're like, all right, Rob.
Yeah. So set the bar as high as possible, right? If this was the Olympics and this was high jump, it'd be right up to where the last, nosebleed rows are. He's put it that high. And it's just like, I can just jump 4 times higher than the person who jumped all of my life. Even when they had rocket booster shoes on, I'll just do it barefoot. No worries about that. Yeah. Everybody in the nosebleed seats going, it actually paid off to get the cheap seats. This was really good value.
Way closer, yeah.
Yeah, I think this one's going to be a trailblazer.
All right, Robbie, so you're going to open the pod. So let's see it. Better be good, mate. We've made this mistake in the past. We gave you an entire pod. You actually lost your job for a while because of your crappy pod ideas. So we
replaced you with a girl that you asked out who rejected you, and you had to stay there with nothing but masking tape on your mouth. It was really great. It was really fun. Everyone had fun except for you.
So yeah, don't let us regret this one.
Okay, guys, get ready to... okay, so it's right. Called... Fairy Tale Feast. Okay, so I've prepared a feast here of the fantasy variety. What I've got here is some food. I've got some
food's not fantastical, but
fairy. Okay. I've got some fairy bread.
Yeah, what is that?
Well, fairies are from another realm. Although there's some crackpots who think they exist. Seriously, where are you getting this from?
So what I've got is because it's a fairy tale feast. I've got some fairy bread, and inside
what's in that?
Some Nutella and some cookie dough. So it's like a.
I thought that was chicken stuffing.
Hang on a second. Is this just Traby End with Robbie?
You bastard!
I don't think so. No, it's called...
Stop bringing this back! How many times do we have to tell you?
Yo, are you trying to ruin this podcast?
No, it's Fairy Tale Feast. This is a trailblazer.
My God.
I promise you, this is different. No, this is...
How is this any different?
I can't... No, this is...
I'm not eating it.
Just explain before I even put this in my mouth. How is this any different to Traby End with Robbie?
Well, it's a different food.
You're stuttering. It's not even a different food. We've had your cookie dough before.
No, you haven't had it.
We've had Nutella and we've had bread.
Robbie, we gave you a shot. Honestly, this is awful.
This is a fantastical variation on things that you admittedly have already had. Okay, so this
what?
So it's not different at all. This is the same thing. It's a bread. It's bread again. It's bread. You talk about Nutella all the time.
Please hear me out, please. All right, so this is.
God, I feel really bad. He's really sad. It's all right, mate.
Okay.
All right, we'll have it.
Fine, I'll eat the breads, but
it's
that noise says it all, really. Okay, I know there's fantastical music here, and this is really inappropriate with that, but still.
Yeah, it's such a sigh moment.
Well, okay, so what I've got here is, as I said, fairy bread with some raw cookie dough and Nutella in it. So I'd just like you to try that. And I think you'd be able to find this in some sort of fantasy novel or something like that.
What's with
That's
you and
true.
raw cookie dough?
The problem is though that cookie dough and bread are very similar textures. I'm pretty sure that both of them are just carbs, right? So really, it's like eating a noodle sandwich with delicious choc chips in the center.
Not bad, though.
Right? Yeah, fair enough.
It's actually all right.
I think Ben Zeri did actually say, which I forgot up until now, that cookie dough can give you salmonella. I think raw like this, but no. So I actually don't. Well,
so the segment is the only difference is that you're trying to give us a disease. we could die of if this were the 19th century, but thanks to the miracle of science, we'll be fine. So keep eating, Tom.
Yeah, not too bad. It's actually really tasty, Robbie, so congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so that was my new segment, Fairy Tale Feast, and that will be a recurring one.
Okay, all right.
We're going on now.
No time to debate it. I suppose it is,
sorry. Well, did you guys enjoy that, or?
Yeah, it was actually not too bad. But Nutella's just always great, isn't it?
Yeah.
If I can just rephrase what my mum said when I was 10 years old and I got to choose a restaurant we go to every time. It's very sweet, though, isn't it?
But it is a bit disappointing, Robbie. I really wish you put a bit more thought into that segment. Cause
I don't know. If there's one thing that I can't critique him on, it's thought.
He's not critique him on thought.
This Yeti has ever put in anything in his entire life, right?
What? He's just repeating the same thing.
If Trey was an HSC mark, I mean, you just have to give it to him by default. They'd say, don't even sit the test. You obviously got 100 points. We're going to give you that classic rural ridiculous mark of 105 points even, because you're clearly a genius at recurring and making this segment slightly different to pass it through under us.
Yeah, you did trick us, I guess.
No, I think it's just a new trailblazing segment that I think is really enjoyable for everybody
Right,
to listen
very,
to.
very scary that Robbie clearly did trick us and has such an innocent looking face on him at the same time. It is a lot like staring at Pol Pot and saying, you killed 2 million people, and he's just like, no, I didn't do that.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's a very long pod, and I think we've given way too much time to this, Robbie. So
Delicious segment.
straight on.
Try it out.
All right, next segment is another one that you actually came up with. Or at least the name of. No, the whole thing. Make a man blush.
Tom edition.
Yeah.
Or should I say Tom Montefiore? Is that how you like to be referred to these days?
My full name now. Yep.
I'm the Osher Gunsberg route. And clearly it's working wonders for you as well.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
As you're sitting here, I think you're in your underpants. It could be extremely tight pants. But either way,
Rugby
Tom,
pants.
we've been through this a few times. You're clearly the fat guy of the segment. This is really unflattering.
Yeah. The rugby pants from year 8.
Throw them out.
Such a hot day. All right, so Make a Man Blush is where we just think of a time during the week that we blushed. And
Right. Can I also just say before we start, we've had a lot of complaints of people saying, I really hate how you guys are eating snacks on the pod. It not only sounds professional, it also sounds disgusting.
one person to blame for this.
Yeah, that's true. It is entirely Robbie's fault, but at the same time, Tom, you're not helping.
All right, I'm last part.
You just don't know when to quit, do you, fatty?
Okay, so I blushed this week. What happened was in my I work in a shared office studio with the makeup girls, which I may have mentioned on a past pod.
Oh, so you literally blushed. Did you get a makeover?
No, not quite.
But imagine if you did. That would be slightly quirky, I guess.
Yeah, that's my story. Yeah.
I put on blush and it was so embarrassing because I don't know if you figured this out yet, but I'm a guy.
So we just finished getting our bathroom, we had to get, got redone, so a new toilet was put in.
As soon as you walk in there now, you feel like pissing, don't you?
Yeah, it's quite an inviting bathroom.
Really, yeah.
But the problem with the toilet is that it's not one of those, conventional balls where it just goes straight down. It's one of those balls where it's got this kind of, it kind of plateaus and has a big, flat patch. It's like a modern designed toilet.
Well, that doesn't improve anything.
Well, it's just such a detriment.
Skid marks.
Exactly. So, it's been a thing.
Yes, you read my mind.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jay Shanks.
It's so good. Tom, as soon as these people moved in, these Revlon airheads that moved in next door and everything that they
really
ever
nice.
say to each other, are they? I don't think they listen to this. You can tell them what you think about them because I've heard them on several occasions do the classic Niles Butler, any Sex and the City-esque show that's on Arena. That classic thing of old women in their 40s walking out going, see you, sweetheart, bye, mwah, mwah, I missed you already, babe. They close the door and they're like, oh, what a bitch. And they do that every time somebody leaves their office.
They're really nice
You can bleep
people,
that out if you want.
They're just very different to us who are just
human beings.
Yeah, just kind of a bit overweight editors that don't really, go outside much. And it's just a very different kind of half-half split.
Your favourite Your favorite food is nachos. Their favorite food is no.
Yeah. So it's been on my mind for a few months because like whenever you go to the bathroom, you always like whenever you do a poo, you're always leaving like a pretty significant skid mark.
Can I just sort of butt in regards to this thing where what was mentioned was the scrubber beside the toilet? Did that not ever pop into your mind?
I used it once, but it came to the point. All right, let me just get through it.
The Yeti raises a good point.
Yeah.
It's
Come out of
just
his
walk
cave,
away being like,
just
damn it.
yelled it at the mountains. Use a brush.
But it's just so like every time you don't want to, every single time you go to the bathroom having to like get the soap stuff out and like brush off like a
You don't have
skid
to
mark.
soap it, really.
Hang on a second. Are you just saying, oh, you lazy, awful man?
What?
So you do have a brush there. It's right next to the toilet, but it's a hassle unhinging it from its place to scrub it. So you just leave and go, it wasn't me.
Oh, my God.
Well, a little bit of that, yeah.
Straight up laziness, isn't it?
Well, everyone's been doing it. Like in the office, everyone's been doing it. It's just been kind of like a known
Put
thing.
your foot down. You're the damn boss.
No,
You
but like,
set the culture. Haven't you read any marketing strategy books?
yeah, well, I'm
This is
fine with
on
that
you.
culture, right? I'm fine. It's in a toilet. Like, it's not that bad. Like, sometimes it's fairly significant, but like, you just flush it again, and it's
Jesus.
anyway. It got on last week. It got to the final straw where like I just left the bathroom, and I had noticed that throughout the week it was like quite clean. So someone was definitely like cleaning the toilet, and I received an email saying like, "Hey Tom, could you please pass this on to your team? Like it's really awkward to bring this up, but look, I'm just going to say it. There's someone's been." Leaving skid marks in the toilet. It's so unhygienic. It's really gross. It's really gross. And, like, if we can just look after ourselves, our own hygiene ASAP, that'd be really appreciated. Thanks. We'll work out a roster about cleaning the common areas. And then I had to reply just being like, yeah, really, really sorry about that. Like, we'll
What
just
a
try.
pig.
Yeah, we'll try and be better. But it's just like, it all makes sense now because whenever they're leaving the office, like when they walk past the office to go out, you're always like smiling and waving like, yeah, see ya. But like, and the girl that's there all the time is always so cold to us, but you just know now it's because she just sees us as these like little shits, like literally she just see us as just big poos just sitting there. Yeah, that's all she'd be thinking is like, oh,
Taking
they're
this
just
huge trail of skid around the office.
Yeah.
You know exactly where you've been.
yeah, we're like snails.
It's
Yeah.
just a really filthy German version of Hansel and Gretel.
yeah, but it's the design, man. It's the design.
And so what did that email make you do, Tom?
Yeah, well, now I'm cleaning after myself.
No.
Oh, I blushed. It certainly made me blush.
Make a man blush. It did make a man blush, and that was Tom's story.
Fantastic. Just as a quick follow-up question, did they use the word skid mark? And
Yes.
in the end, was it like, regards, KK, or whatever her name is?
Well, that was the other thing. Was like it was sent from like management at, and then like the name of the company. But
so it was
they didn't
official as
sign
you could
off
possibly get.
because
She would have you on Facebook, right?
yeah.
I mean, obviously you don't want to have that conversation one-to-one, even though you would have been sitting probably about 30 centimetres away from one another. Paper-thin walls.
Yeah.
You can
Well-
hear them chatting.
Well, that's why we were a bit like, it's a bit of a thing, isn't it? Like she's like literally in the other room. We've just got this email, and it's from this girl that we've never spoken to before because she didn't sign off as like what her name was, and you're like, oh, it's definitely her. She's like, just come in and tell us.
I know. Yeah, just do it in person, I reckon. Yeah.
It reminds me of, imagine that scenario in the 90s, though, when computers weren't really at the forte of, you're not really able to communicate with them properly yet. They're still just away from NASA by a couple of years. Imagine that in the ghetto in the 90s would have just been you blasting gin and juice because you wouldn't really have a job at that point. Like your job wouldn't have existed, so you would just be some
That's
ghetto thug
the
sitting there with your
alternative.
two other jelly bean editors just standing around, just being like, "Yeah, Trayvon, JJ, do our gang out here, man. You're kicking it, yo." Still making skid marks because that's an age-old problem. And then them just knocking through the paper-thin walls, being like, "Clean up your damn skid."
Yeah. I guess it's easy just doing it via message, but yeah. Anyway, it definitely made me blush.
Yeah.
No, that's really what a downer.
Yeah.
Segment 3.
All right. So Next one is one that thank God it happened, because we're doing Tyrannosaurus chess, which is we're going to be trying to do the longest game of chess there is. By every week we make a move, and then you guys listening collectively try
Move
and
back.
respond. Yeah. So, if you don't know the rules of chess,
Much
look it
smarter
up.
way than saying move back. Both are acceptable, though.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're not recording another one of these.
Yeah, so unless someone takes a screenshot of a chessboard or a digital image of a chessboard of where we're at with the game, we will not be doing another pod, because that's how serious we are about this game of chess.
And a special thanks to Samuel Troy, who pretty much instantly got the ball rolling, the whole team together, much like the leader of a scout troop.
Yeah.
Going like, okay, guys, you start on the macaroni. Todd, you're a little bit older. You do the fire.
Yeah, but no matter
Just
how hard you
the
try,
electronic online version of that, but we were talking about chess, so not really in control of anyone's supervision, much less admirable, but still.
much more
Good
casual
work.
as well. What do you reckon, guys? What do you
Also, Josh Connor on Twitter sent through a real photo of a chessboard, which is much appreciated.
You guys are literally
Yeah.
keeping this pod alive. So
It's really turning into Saturday Disney at about 7:20 in the morning when they go like, oh yeah, and Jason drew a dog. It kind of looks like a horse, but whatever.
So what's our response move, guys? Personally, I think we should move the left side bishop to just one space forward, which would be C3, I believe.
I leave it in your capable hands.
Can we give them these nice kitsch little Texas Hold'em names? So C3 from now
sorry,
has
no,
to be
no.
called a C3PO move.
Sorry, I'm talking horses. So knight's pawn forward one space. So that's B2 to B3.
You've completely lost me.
Same here. So if anyone who's listening there, just move that and take a photo and send it in.
The
so
idea
we can
here, guys,
record
is that
another
we fianchetto the bishops. So, little hint.
one. Okay.
Look, I'm nowhere near as good as Tom. Every time we've ever versed each other, which is once, and then I chucked a tangent, and we're never doing that again.
And the pieces went everywhere, yeah.
Tom was laughing to me in the car saying, the stupidest move possible is to move the pawn in front of the rookie first. That is just the most, to use his words, right? Noob move. When was the last time you heard the word noob?
Yeah, only from Tom.
It is pretty noob, though, don't you think? Like, when you first start off, learning chess, it's always like, I want to get my rook out, which is the castle. So, you always move the ones on the side out first.
Yeah, true.
Because they're easy to smash it with.
Yeah.
What can fuck with a fork? That's my logic. What do you think, Robbie? It's up to you. Do we go with the noob move, or do we go with C3PO? One's far into the future, one's just a giant castle, a mud structure, if you will.
I will.
Don't ruin this.
I'm gonna go with Tom's choice. And Tom, what was that again?
You ruined it!
And Tom, what was that again?
So the knight's pawn on the left-hand side, so that's B2 to B3. You're putting your hand up in the air. Yep.
There it is. Very slightly quicker than it was last week, so I will say there's an improvement, but really not enough.
Yeah, come on.
Tyrannosaurus chess. Send in your moves, guys.
All right, next segment is Saddam Hussein. Hit the music.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, this is very exciting. I believe everybody in the studio here is breathing with excitement, but
Yeah.
if I look around, I just see Tom nervously glancing to his pen. He hates this segment. And
don't
Robbie is just trying to get the sound levels right. Nobody's really enthused about this segment.
It's just, yeah, we had a bit of a fight about this one, before. But yeah, okay, let's do it anyway.
I like it. It's got a good name. So,
Okay, so the year is 2015. Mm-hmm. And
Oh, you were supposed to... Okay, we're just...
kidding
okay,
me?
it'll be
You were
this
supposed to
sentence.
write this.
You were
Was I meant
supposed
to write it?
Yes, you were!
oh, I can do it. Okay. The year is 2015. Tyrants across the globe. Saddam Hussein. What was the other one? John Key.
Oh my god, we can't remember
okay.
these, and it wasn't John Key, it was Malcolm Turnbull.
No, we're going on
we
John
did-
Key.
This is shambles. Yeah, we did actually choose John.
All right,
Key.
the
How
game
could it
is
not be
this.
when the title of this segment is Saddam Hussein?
How could it not be shambles?
Yeah, I think this one's a trailblazer. So basically what we do here is we choose some tyrants through the past and present day, re John Key and Malcolm Turnbull.
No.
Thank you, Robbie, for picking up the slack as opposed to Tom, who usually is the anchor of this show, sitting there going, who was supposed to... Were you supposed to do it? Let's do that game in drama where we do a sentence each.
yeah. One word.
Stop putting this on me.
So we choose a tyrant and then we guess what rib sauce they would be. So, for instance, a St. Louis rib glaze or a honey mustard sauce.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're all very familiar with these. We all eat at Hurricanes frequently in the US, and therefore know what a Memphis sauce tastes like.
Yes.
So now that we're all up
So
to
the three of us,
speed-
we're big rib fans, and it's a question you're always thinking. It's like, who would like Saddam Hussein be, or in terms in the rib world?
It's the only
Or like
question
rib
that
sauce.
the History Channel dares not touch about Hitler.
yeah.
They don't want to associate him with being delicious. For some reason, they just can't wrap their heads around that, no, these people had ribs as well. What sauce would you put on them?
Yeah. So Coney is the first one.
Yep.
So Coney, what do you reckon? Robbie, Jay Shanks, what's your thoughts? Coney, what rib sauce is he?
I'm going to put him as a savoury rib sauce.
Savoury rib glaze kind of man.
That's a really
Savoury
good
rib
suggestion.
glaze. Yeah, I reckon it's
All right, yeah. I guess I
It's
can
kind of-
actually
it's kind
see
of
him as
a
more of a sweet chili man or a honey mustard.
You think of him as sweet chili?
Yeah.
Sweet chili to me, and I know this is going to sound incredibly racist, and I'm going to say it anyway, a bit oriental.
It's more of a Pol
So
Pot.
if you're a Pol Pot, if you're whoever else was a tyrant there, I'm sure they've had many, but I'm not really interested in that region of the world.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that there's other people that can get that. I would say that he would be a hickory sauce.
hickory sauce. Yeah, classic one.
Hickory
there.
sauce
St.
for
Louis.
Coney. And do you think that if he was glazed in hickory sauce, it would be easier for the Americans to find him? There's a lot of Southern soldiers, and they're very overweight.
Yeah.
They could probably smell
that
it from
out.
Africa.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Coney
Who
could be like a
knows?
barbecue man, maybe.
I don't know if this segment has much legs, but
Yeah, and we've got 2 to go, so let's just move
Okay.
on to the next 2 very fast.
Genghis Khan, guys, I reckon.
Sweet chili. Sweet chili. It has to be a sweet chili.
Do you know what?
Okay.
Quick consensus. Play the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire sound.
Yeah.
Nice.
Bang, extra points for quick consensus.
No disputing.
Okay, now John Key.
The New Zealand Prime Minister. Do you know what? I'm going to put him as a Jack Daniels glaze.
Not a Memphis dude?
Not a Memphis guy. I would actually be very against that description of him as being a Memphis guy.
Yeah,
Do you
you're
find that
probably right,
offensive
actually.
as a fellow New
Not,
Zealander?
not offensive, but that doesn't characterise him at all well, I don't think. And I'd
Okay.
say,
Just to
Memphis-
disagree with him, I'm going to go with Memphis. What are you?
Well, the Kansas sauce is more of a kind of a thicker sauce, which John Key seems like quite a thick man, I think. So, I don't know.
should we leave
you
it
mean
up?
thick as in skin?
Yeah, like a thick hide, He'd like the
He'd take a
Kansas.
copping in Parliament,
Yeah,
like every
yeah.
time everybody's yelling at him and stuff like that. And if they just picture him as a rib, he's
Yeah.
just covered in that sauce. Everything that they throw at him is just extra seasoning, Well,
Well, I'll tell you
It
this,
just
it's
adds
definitely
to it.
not a St. Louis. St. Louis is a very thin sauce, so that would be not a John Key.
Obviously not. But so
Yeah.
There you go.
No, so
Things you didn't know.
Yeah.
Several rib sauces.
Kansas.
Kansas.
Kansas?
I'm going to go with the Kansas.
Just to end this segment really fast. Kansas.
Yeah. Kansas. All right.
Okay, that was Saddam Hussein.
We're only halfway into this pod station.
Not even that. Yeah. Now we're moving on to another one,
If
which
you
is
liked that, we've got plenty more to come. We have so many of these segments.
Yeah, this next one is very similar.
Can you believe that this pod started as like political commentary? It actually
Hey, we're
stemmed
talking
from
about John Key, are we?
It's the dumbest
International.
covered in St. Louis sauce in the Middle East. Would the Southern soldiers find him? That's the segment.
Well, there's a bit of that later on.
Yeah.
But this one is called
Don't knock
Upmarket
things.
Words, where we hear a word and then the person will try, like the Dragon's Den, they'll try and sell us the word and we will make an offer to buy the word.
Right, so this is just a really general Saddam Hussein.
Yeah.
Saddam Hussein
Very
is
similar.
extremely specific.
Yeah.
This one, you'd roam free, buffaloes, along the paddock. The world is yours in this segment.
Yeah. So, if you guys at home want to purchase this word, I don't think you can actually do that, but, if you'd like to pretend
No, we've all got imaginary money, and so to keep everybody up to date, last segment, Robbie gave us a word. I can't remember what the word is, but I
was
gave
bespoke.
away bespoke. Fine. I bought the rights to that word for half of my imaginary fortune. So Robbie has 1.5 imaginary fortunes. That's the currency that we're talking about in this, all right? It's an imaginary fortunes, and there's no numbers to it. It is purely in fractions that you have to talk about your wealth.
Okay, so Jordan...
If you're trying to sell us back bespoke...
please don't do that. But
straight on.
Nobody wants it? All right. And we'll just go to the next segment there.
No, come on, this is your pitch.
Only giggles here.
Let's hear
this
your
isn't
pitch.
so much a word as it is just a concept that I have been obsessed with, and my camera girl, Alicia, absolutely despises me saying this. I believe I've already told it to you, Tom, but I don't think that you would remember. Sorry, Tom Montefiore.
Thank you.
This ends a dark chapter.
Let's hear your word.
All right. So here's my idea, right? Just how do you guys like the thought of this in your mind? From the creators of Sex Hoodlums and Sex Rump comes Sex Mania.
That's right, I remember this. All right, yeah, I'll give you
I don't know what it is. I've been saying it constantly. Every time I've walked out in a different costume, just as an absurd clown, a 17th century aristocrat just walked out and said sex romp, and then you hear this, shut up!
Yeah, we're in
That's been my house.
sitting in the office, like, we have to be as quiet as possible because we share the office, and Jordan's saying, what do you reckon of the word sex mania? And we're just like, Jordan, like, please. It's a place of work, mate.
Time, Matt, our editor, gives me a sneaky little thumbs up. God, it's great, mate.
Is that an upmarket word though? I feel like you're taking us into the depths of a low society there.
Yeah, I'll give you a quarter of my fortune.
That, but Robbie,
Jordan.
times have changed. Like maybe that's okay. It's going down that way, but you've got a very 80s mentality about this. This is why you chose such an 80s track. And it wasn't retro.
Yeah, one of those like big phones, big mobiles from Wolf of Wall Street.
A show that's been on since 2005 and got somebody who uses an 80s synth, most probably a pedophile who's a chain smoker, to make the music in the background.
Yeah, so do you want to buy the word, Robbie?
I'm not that convinced with the word, to be honest. I reckon it would devalue my current stash of words, so I'm going to pass on that
You're
one.
You're going to give it a pass?
I'm going to pass on
What if I were to
Sexmania.
throw this in with it, Robbie? The exciting conclusion to the sex trilogy, a fourth sex word, which is... Sex Legacy.
I like that way more, actually.
I like that a lot more as well.
Exciting conclusion.
I'm going to give you half my
You're going to
fortune.
see it. If it's a show, a movie, could be a hilarious sitcom. Who knows?
So you're offered half your fortune.
Half a fortune
And
for
you want both
Legacy.
of those words?
fortune?
Yeah, I'll do it.
What?
Handshake?
We got a deal.
Done.
Oh, you are
Done. You made me a very happy man, Tom Montefiore.
Yeah, you're
I'll
welcome,
never
Jay Shakes.
not call you that again.
Thank you so
I
much.
didn't even get a chance there.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not out? You want in on this?
Oh, look, I just wanted Legacy, but if that wasn't on the table solo, then I'm out.
All right, the
Anybody
next
else,
segment.
If you want to... No, this segment's not going down. This is a great moment. Won't kill this easily. If anybody else at home wants to introduce any words that they want spoken out, and we'll move around fortunes and whatnot, you can do that. You can also buy ours with your fortunes, and we'll keep a tally of it somehow in our heads. You could probably get away with it very easily. You'll probably keep your own tallies really well and probably forget yours, but you're one of the team.
Okay, that's a good segue to Tom's ultimatum. So, Tom, do you want to run us through this?
How could I? I don't know what it is.
That is absolutely correct.
Really good point.
I didn't even recognise that, actually. I just saw it. God, I'm out of it. What was it about again?
Just go. Just please move.
Whisper
Do
that
it.
into the microphone. You moved into the mic by force of habit.
It makes you louder. Jordan, let's hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. Tom Montefiore. Can I call you TM?
Sure.
Right. There is a guy on Facebook. I think his name is Brody.
Yeah, that actually. Yeah, I remember.
Really glad that I guessed that. I knew there was BR, something like that, but I was going through my head. Brody, Brock. No, I'm pretty sure he's from Pokemon. I'm going to go with Brody.
I know Brody too well.
Yeah, and you can hear his tonality go down several octaves just then. He really wishes harm on him, and fair enough, because this guy has petitioned in the past to burn Tom at a stake. Extremely medieval torture. I can't even remember why.
Yeah.
But there's
a
so
death
much. There's so much bad blood. Really don't like the term. Really like what this represents, though, because I think that out of crisis comes opportunity, Tom.
Okay. This is going to be really
Brody,
bad.
I'm talking to you right now. If Tom, and you can say yes or no to this, but I think you should take the deal.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Brody, would you agree that if Tom does the following action, you can never write anything hateful to him ever again? And if not, keep it going forever. But if he does this, that's the end. That's the end of this haranguing.
I'm listening. Go on. What is it?
All right. In Jackass, I believe in the second season, there was a point where, and I can't remember who it was, but let's just say it was Steve-O. They go, okay, so Steve-O kind of needs to do a shit, and we're just going to get him naked and make him run and try and do a shit at the same time as putting full belt.
Tom, what we'd like you to do is run and shit at the same time.
Well, like right now.
In exchange for Brody never being mean to you ever again, everyone wins.
I can poo on command, so... No, like, you want me to do this right now?
Right now. You don't have to do it right now. Where are you going to do it? In the studio?
Well...
You pig.
Why is... I'm always referred to... Like, poo is always around me in this... last few episodes.
I don't know, yeah. How did you get so stinky in this?
I know.
This but yeah, there you go. It's happened, right?
Look, I'm not that fussed with Brody's comments, so... All right, fine, I'll do it.
Oh my God, he's doing it?
Oh my God.
Do you even have victory music? No, he doesn't. He just has Rock Lobster. We were just assuming that he was going to say absolutely not. Oh my God, he's doing it.
Tom's going to do it. He's going to do it.
Just hit me. Tom is going to run and do a shit at the same time.
I don't know if I can do it, but...
It's possible. It's possible. Both of us have seen footage of Steve-O doing it and some hipster in the US with his two little giggling buddies following his bum as more and more Nutella comes out.
Well, I think it's up to Brody, though, like, if he's happy to do that ultimatum.
Brody, just do it, all right? Just agree to the terms. And if you agree to the terms, put a tick as part of the tradition where we just come up with things on the fly. And if you don't agree, put a double tick just to confuse us. We're going to have to listen back to the pod and go, does double tick mean good or bad?
Yeah, but each tick has to be in a separate post, so...
Very specific rules. And if you don't follow them, again, sorry, Brody, but you're disqualified and we'll have to defriend you from the Friendly Joyce Facebook page just for not following rules. So really pay attention, mate.
All right, rules are important. All right, next segment. Taboo tightrope, which is gonna take a few gears down here.
Okay, wait, let me just...
It's taboo tightrope. So taboo tightrope is a very popular segment which we will balance along the lines of political correctness and talk about a topic which is taboo to talk about. But, we can say whatever we want. We're on a podcast. FBI sponsors us. Thanks, FBI. They let us record here. They don't care what we say. Do they even listen?
Give us a segment. Especially, okay, first of all, listen to Taboo Tightrope, know what you're getting into, and then give us a segment. Yeah, they know. That's why. This is precisely the reason why we're not allowed on air.
Yeah.
Okay, so this week we're talking... gun control in the US.
Edgy. And highly topical and local.
Yeah. So we've had a lot of gun threats lately. Universities, New Zealand. Robbie was directly involved with one of those. I was too, kind of. Well, we kind of were. We lived very close to the uni.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, sure
yes,
we were. Yeah.
That could have been you. If it ricocheted through, say, 70 buildings... It might have hit you.
Yeah, maybe. Robbie was actually quite worried about it, though.
Of course he was. Don't eat in front of the microphone, Robbie. I'm putting this away.
It's raw. The cookie dough's... Okay.
You know that you can get salmonella, but that's what makes it more tasty. The danger.
So let's just
secret ingredient.
Quickly gauge from you guys. What do you feel on guns? In the world, do you think the world's a better place? Like, in our country, would the world be a better place? Would Australia be better?
Oh, well, look at this quivering wreck that's right next to us. Of course he's going to hate guns.
Okay.
Robbie is going to be so against guns.
Yeah. When I went to America.
Yeah. Well, let's just talk about America then.
All right. I just think, guns should not be around ever. But when I was in America, I was just completely scared the whole time that everyone had a gun and somebody would just pop me.
So
I
easy.
was in gift shops and like quivering. Just thinking somebody rustling behind me would just blow my head off. I think they're
amazing.
I think they're outrageous.
Post-traumatic stress disorder without the stress, like without actually experiencing an issue to get it in the first place. You just jump straight to the psychological problem.
Yeah, nothing's even happened yet.
I hate them. I think they're awful.
Yeah.
What a surprise.
What about you, Jordan? What do you reckon?
Mine is extremely surprising as well. Excuse me, Jay Shanks.
Jay Shanks, sorry, man.
I showed you that same respect.
Yeah, you did. Now they all know your name.
Not get to call my secret.
Yeah. All right, Jay, what do you
2
reckon?
years. 2 years into YouTube. It's exactly the same. It's exactly what I would say in this situation. A classic Jay Shanks moment. Who cares?
Yeah.
I mean, it's in America. They use it as such a... In the Democratic debates, for instance, Bernie Sanders is getting up there and saying, okay, I'm going to actually do something about climate change. I'm going to do something about Wall Street. I'm going to do something about the healthcare system. Those things would save literally billions of lives.
Yeah.
And then Hillary Clinton gets up and goes, you're kind of soft on gun control. I'd save 90 people's lives if I could get it through Congress, which I can't.
Yeah. That's a good point.
And the people go nuts for this.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So, Tom, I believe that you have a really controversial point on this, and at the risk of sounding controversial myself, let me just say, I don't agree. You're on your own. This is
Well, I'm not... Yeah, so I've just finished listening to... reading Sam Harris and listening to Sam Harris on talking about guns. And he has some very good points, which I've always been really, like, anti-gun, and I still am anti-gun.
Have you been extremely anti-gun?
No, like, yeah, exactly. I don't really care. And I think that's the main point to take home, is that everyone's so emotional on it. Like, and Robbie would be a good example. You're very emotional, worried about, like, a gun killing you.
Hysterical, even.
Well, I don't live this, so I don't
is.
care that much. But like, I just if we can get rid of them, get rid of them.
But the point, that's the first point, is that we can't. So in America, there's 300 million guns, and a million people in a what's the most recognized poll in the world? Bull. Anyway,
Bull state. Bull.
No, like a poll has been done, and over a million... Pew poll, yeah. And over 1 million Americans have said that they would start a civil war if someone tried to take their guns away from them. So, like, just firstly, what's more of a risk? Like, so, like, that's the first...
shall rise again.
Yeah, like, who...
A million versus 299 million.
Yeah. So, yeah, the problem is that there's 300 million guns currently around in America. So no one actually has... That's, like, the first big frustration when people are anti-guns in America, is, like, give us your solution then. There is not one actual viable solution to getting rid of guns. Like, maybe, like, increase the price of bullets, increase the price of guns, make them way harder to get.
Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, Chris Rock had an extremely good solution.
Yeah. The bullet one is great.
Control.
It's great, isn't it?
I think, that would be one great... Have a really good buyback scheme, but even then, like, Americans are obsessed with their Second Amendment. They probably wouldn't... Like, the argument is that there's no buyback scheme.
You do a buyback scheme for the North, and you nuke the South.
You just
give
let
up.
them do the Civil War. Yeah, that's the solution.
Turn them into a few hundred Hills Have Eyes mutants lumbering around this massive continent, and their figures are too fat and sewn together to actually operate a trigger. That's the best solution we have.
But the main solution that everyone pushes is get rid of assault rifles, which Sam Harris makes a really good point in that, like, it's just a really dumb solution because, firstly, this isn't a surprising stat, but the vast, vast majority of gun-related deaths are from handguns. So, like, assault rifles are responsible for a very low portion of them.
But they also have the capacity of some dickhead walking into a cinema in a Joker mask and go...
Yeah, that's true.
30 people dead in one of the most comical sound effects of all time, I think we'll all agree, is...
But that's the other thing, is that, like, so everyone can, like, sees mass shootings as, like, being connected to guns. But mass shootings are, again, like, statistically responsible for, like, 0.1% of gun violence in the US. Like,
So Sam Harris and Alex Jones are kindred spirits.
on this, yeah,
They're
probably.
spitting the same truths.
Yeah, so he's saying, like, the only way you can really... So, like, and, all right, so the first massive stat here is that, like, if you include all gun deaths in the US... plus all accidents in a home. So, like, the biggest... So, everyone always says, so if you
Like
own a gun in your home, you're more likely... you're more likely to either kill yourself or kill one of your family members than to really protect yourself. That's true.
However, Bill Maher has a really good retort to that. Yeah, but most people are dumbasses.
Yeah, well, that's Sam Harris's point as well. If you're really well trained with a gun, it's like that's part of training, is that you shouldn't be able to do that. But even if you include all suicides, all accidents, more people die every year from doctors not washing their hands correctly before surgery than all gun-related deaths. So, like, why isn't doctors washing their hands in hospitals a way bigger talking point in politics than gun control? Because it's just not at all emotional.
Yeah, because you can't really put a Kelly Clarkson track to it of some person that got just negligent surgery. Just not the same effect, that song of like, marriage got the same size hands as Marilyn Monroe. Except for she didn't wash them.
Yeah. It's so, like, and that's, so you see these, like, viral videos where, like, gun store opens in New York and people come in and, like, try and buy a gun, and then they persuade them not to buy it because, did you know this gun actually killed a baby or something? And then it's like, oh wow, I won't be buying a gun now. Like, it's so emotional, but it's like, look at the actual statistics of people dying. Knife murders are higher in, like, all right, in China, there's, like, a knife epidemic of, like mass shootings, in inverted commas.
Stab mania.
Yeah, it's stab mania, where, like, Chinamen are walking into schools and stabbing children to death, like 7 to 8 children, and there's no... It's not... It's just... Yeah, it's that whole... Christ. It's the classic, like, Fox argument of saying, like, it's not the gun that kills people, it's the man. Like, which is an annoying argument, but... Knife attacks are very common, and, like, it's kind of like to play down that they don't cause any harm but guns do is not true either.
Well, let's be annoyed at all these different things then.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, but, like, the problem is, like, yeah.
Should we hold hands?
Yeah. We're all in this together. Yeah.
How are you so sweaty, Robbie?
Your palms are liquid. They're made of water.
Dear.
It's such a point. He should just be naked in Questacon, and then all the kids coming in the Year 6 tour going, did you know that the human body is made of 70% water? No way! Just touch this man's hands here.
Yeah. It's just the discussion of guns gets you
golden
really, really wet.
sitting there.
Gets me wet.
Just that the guy's there going, no, it's bone dried. So he just whispers into Robbie's ears.
And then it starts flowing. All right.
Oh, dear.
Let's move on. So now we're going to play a game. Oh, well, firstly, is there anything to finish on that?
I don't know. I guess we
No,
sort of
actually,
all...
now that you think it... Yeah, okay. I completely agree. Guns are awesome.
Yeah. Like, I'm not saying guns are great.
I don't think that's what
I'm
it's
just saying, like...
No.
There's bigger problems.
You've said your piece, Tom.
Yeah,
and we
okay.
all agree. We're all on the same shows
Thank
here.
you. God.
Everybody get one to defend yourself from government tyranny, because Malcolm Turnbull is a dictator.
You heard it here. All right.
Arm yourself before he gets you.
Yeah. Oh, I wish this was way more like Alex Jones, this whole thing. Anyway, okay.
We're just so Aussie, aren't we? There's not that intensity or that passion of America. It's just like, yeah, buy a gun if you want. Who cares?
Yeah. Okay, next segment.
Now-
Dare We Smile?
Now, this is a crowd favourite, and we've been getting a lot of people writing in their own IDs for this, and thanks so much for those. We're gonna have a look at a couple of those.
Robbie was really
They're so
impressed
good.
with one of them. He thought all the other ones were crap, but we're going to play them all.
I liked them all, but Robbie didn't.
What's a bastard?
Let's hear it, Robbie. So what's the one that you... So this is a fan sent
we're
in one?
hearing the fan one first, are we?
We should do that in the music edition.
Yes.
As usual,
Okay.
we haven't really discussed the specifics of this, but
how
we're
this
working
works.
through it together as a team,
Yeah.
aren't we?
Okay,
and
so-
it's getting a little more clear in our minds every time.
Well, we've played this twice already.
So how we do it is we say a name. So let me just lay this out for people. So we say a name that's...
Unpack this.
And we basically just see if we smile if the name is said. So maybe it's an obscure name that sort of triggers some sort of nostalgic, not yet nostalgic thing in your mind. So, for instance, some past examples are Rolf Harris or Monty.
No.
Monty had a terrible one with Bruce Willis. That nobody
That's
smiled
not
at.
terrible. That's a good one.
Can we just say, all right, Tom Montefiore's was avant-garde, which means that he does get a handicap because we have listened back to these and we've realised that Tom actually does go for ones that are extremely current. In a word, now.
Yeah, like you won't understand it now. But just like,
yeah.
look back on this pod in a few months and you'll lose it.
He's
like,
the Andy Warhol of retro junk. So
these are complicated, my ones, I think.
we've discussed this at great length beforehand, and he didn't want to give it up, but he's finally agreed to it. He has to be called Tom Montefiore at every other pod segment, but at this one, he's Andy Warhol, or AW for short.
Yep. Okay, so should we start?
And he gets an extra point.
I've got a drum roll here, so Tom, have you got your one ready?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Brendan Fraser.
Don't know who that is.
Nothing.
Seriously?
I really, really want to smile.
All right. I'll give you another one. All right.
Yeah, every time, like, we feel really sorry for you. It does really feel like you're
I
a
don't
kid
think
with
you
no
should.
arms or legs, and you've just in a race, and your little torso is hobbling along, and everyone goes, "Yay, first prize!" You know.
Oh my god. No, look. I know this is why it's so dumb, because like I know what will probably get you going. All right, let me do another one.
All right,
I reckon
go.
this will probably
Go.
get us one.
Okay,
I know you won't do it now because I've said it.
Hey.
Meatloaf. Yes, I got a laugh. He laughed 10,000.
He did.
And I got 2 laughs. Yes.
No, I was laughing at Jordan.
Jordan laughed. No, you did.
I wasn't laughing
You did.
at the name.
He was
laughed.
laughing because you were shit at it, I think.
No. He laughed.
No, it was because of your stupid little 50-year-old hack comedian smile afterwards pointing at me.
He laughed.
You like them apples?
Yeah, you like that,
can't-
don't you? See, Meatloaf is going to get Jordan going, but Brendan Fraser won't. But I
doesn't
really do
get me
think,
going.
Brendan Fraser is a better one there because he's like, it's just Meatloaf's so easy. Of course you're going to laugh at that. But Brendan Fraser, not so much. It's a bit harder.
You are just airbrushing history so much, you Stalin. You always have these little backroom deals. Like, first of all, you got a second go. What the hell is that to begin with?
That is so. Why did we?
You let it happen.
Absolutely not. Completely disqualified. I don't know who Brendan Fraser is, and frankly, I don't want to know.
He's from The Mummy, the guy from The Mummy.
Oh, so it is.
Oh.
His face is funny.
Yeah, laugh, smiles. All right, Jordan, you'll go.
He gets the 1 point for being Andy Warhol.
Okay.
All right.
You smiled and laughed.
All right, wait.
You did really good, Tom. Montefiore.
Silence, please.
AW. The Amanda Show. You got a smile!
I got a smirk, yeah.
It's 290s.
Half a point. Half a point. It's not
smirk.
from the 90s, it's from 2002. Somebody did their research.
Okay.
As if to
That's such a thing, though, of like don't you remember these things in a meme? Like, when you were growing up, if you didn't have the Amanda Show, you would
Yeah,
know
sure.
about
Like,
it.
like there are gifs about it and stuff on
Yeah,
BuzzFeed.
you can
but,
down it.
The
all
Angry
you like.
Beavers, the Lobsters, and the Amanda Show. I reckon it's...
Says the guy who had 2 goes. It's critiquing and giving snide comments. You're like one of those authors that hasn't written a book, and yet you put shit on George Orwell.
Yeah.
Did the Amanda Show theme...
It's not that great. Yeah. Yeah, what, Robbie? Why are you so down right now?
All right, here we go. Mulan.
No, sorry.
Smirk. You gave me
Come
a
on,
smirk. You
smirk.
did give me a
Thank you
smirk.
so much.
Okay,
all right. Smirk,
tough
half
critic.
a point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the score currently is half a point for Jordan, half a point
Jay
for
Shanks.
Robbie, for Jay Shanks. Sorry. Where are my manners to myself? And AW, the hobbling torso of the game, is on 1 point.
Is winning this
one
current
pity point.
All right,
Let's
guys.
really emphasise just deepest regrets for your condition, Tom.
All right, so now this is my song. I've chosen a live mix of this song. Gives it a bit more depth, I think.
And we're going to hear it now.
Come on, Robbie's laughing. Yeah.
He likes it.
Yeah.
You laughing at you smiling?
I'm loving it.
He's loving it.
You're loving it, but
I love it.
Yeah.
you need to give him 1 point or 10,000. I really hope you don't
He
give him a
laughed.
10,000.
I'm going to give him one. I'll give him one.
Oh,
Come on, half a point's
2
a
points is
smirk.
good.
I'm
All
not-
right, fine,
I'm not
I'll take it,
laughing.
fine. I'll take
Laughing
what-
is
I'll take
He
what I
was.
get.
He had a massive grin on his face.
For those who don't know, that is Vanessa Amorossi, absolutely everybody from the
Written.
2000 Olympics opening ceremony.
Just a little fun fact to add to that: Mark Holden was the person that composed that.
No way, really?
No, really?
All right, come on, that's
I
such
think so.
laugh-worthy.
Oh my goodness. That's pretty cool. That's great.
All right, Jordan.
Jordan, this is Jordan's pick.
I saw that.
That's all right.
You
10,000.
10,000. Oh my god.
Dunk.
So easy, though, isn't it?
God, it's really just like versing Woody Allen and I'm Michael Jordan and it's Space Jam 2. So there's a bunch of Looney Tunes running around. Robbie's just every animated character in it.
Yeah. This is a comedy contest, though, so
was-
Woody Allen would win that.
I don't know. Michael Jordan's pretty hilarious.
That is good, but it's like...
Bit of a
it's
safe
easy.
choice, I'd
It's
say.
safe,
It's
safe.
an easy one.
So what? We're talking points, baby.
It's no Brendan
This is
Fraser.
a game.
Yeah, true.
That's Michael Jordan's first tip of basketball. Practice the fundamentals so you can get it in the game, man.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Also, it wasn't mine. Alicia did that. So
It's not
just
even
gonna have to. But I'll take all 10,000.
You fraud. All right.
Okay, and this is my one.
When you hear them calling out Akon, let them keep on calling. When you hear the world calling out P-Money.
Jay Shanks is
Shanks
laughing.
loses it.
10,000, baby. Thank you.
And AW, look, even though you're on 1.5 points, I'm going to have to give you another point for doing just a tremendous job of commentary in that. So 2 pity points and half a real point for you.
Yeah, 2.5 points.
Versus, I think, 20,000 collectively. So just terrible loss as usual.
Oh, God.
What do you think of that one, Tom?
Yeah. I can't fully remember that, but like it was a
okay.
funny sounding song. Again, it's a funny sounding song, but is it really like in that, is it a Brendan Fraser kind of, that's the category I think you're looking at.
What of rubbish picks? Is that
All right, next segment is number 9.
I'll-
The stern serial killer face. That
I know.
Robbie just pulled
He's never
at you.
that serious.
That was really ice
There's a little snappy sass as well.
Yes.
A little rubbish, is it? What do you mean rubbish ideas? Is that what it's...
All right, we're all friends.
yeah.
Okay, no,
snappy.
It's just a game. I don't know how that got so competitive. We play a lot of games on this.
I know.
pod.
Why
this
is
one
this
actually
one-
makes us very aggressive.
I know.
It really is our version of mating, right? As in, if there was a chick that was very hot sitting here, we just go, no, give you to the golden dragon. Obviously. Like, this is our mating rights.
Can I just want to address a song that was sent in by Joanna Gibbs, I think is her name, on the Instagram. This is her pick that I think was just a genius one. So let's have a listen.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Jordan
That's
didn't
funny.
even nothing
That was
from
it?
Jordan.
What's
Do you know
the matter,
that song?
Jordan?
Do you know it?
Don't listen to this pod anymore, Joanna.
No, it's good, Joanna.
You
I like
shut
that.
up. No, that
You
was
shut
good.
up. You can shut up.
You shut up, Jay Shank. What was wrong with
I'm
that?
going back to Asia. No, Joanna, like I really love it. It's just I can't just do this anymore. I hated it. I absolutely
I can't do this anymore. Oh my lord! Oh, the headphones are off.
Oh my god!
No, it's just I don't know the song, so
Oh, okay.
it's
Yeah,
just
fair
one of those. But I'm just assuming from your faces that I'm that guy at the party going Limp Biscuit, man.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right, so now we're going to be doing a segment called Judith or Tom. Judith, Lucy, or Tom.
Oh God, I am even more excited about this than I was Saddam Hussein's.
So this is a game where both of you are in this. So I've been told that I have a very good Judith Lucy impression. She's
You do?
a female Australian comedian. So
Used to host the Drive Home show on Today FM with Peter Hellier, no less, the Fat Rove.
really, oh man, legend.
Yeah, tanked, but yeah, no.
Yeah, considerably.
I remember it. Good laughs all around for half the show.
Yeah. Yeah, when one half was speaking. All right,
Yeah,
so
pretty much Peter Hellier ruined it.
Judas, awesome. All right, so you guys have to close your eyes, and I'll do I might not. You'll hear something, and you have to guess: is it me doing the impression, or is it
Judith Lucy live in the studio, and this is a recurring segment of the pod. It'll be coming back every single week, and I know we throw that around very lightly, so, by no means don't take that seriously at all. Now let's close our eyes, Robbie. And
It could be Judith. So.
Okay.
Well, look, can I just say, I'm so old. I was shopping the other day and a little boy ran up to me and said, "Hey, Grandma." And I was like, listen here, prick, I could be your grandma for all I know. I just need to lay down and die. And there it is.
It's making me laugh like Judith. It's making me laugh. I reckon it's that trademark laugh. Who else could it be but Judith Lucy herself? I'm saying she's in the studio. I can't open my eyes to verify.
I think it is. I think Judith Lucy's
Guys?
here.
It was me.
No.
It was
way.
Tom Montefiore. Yep.
No way.
I know.
Looks
That's
like we're
incredible.
Wrong,
That really was incredible.
This segment is the end conclusion to this is that every single week, if it's Judith Lucy, we get to eat. If we guess correctly, we get to eat a Judith Moosey, which is just chocolate mousse. So really good if we get it right.
Yeah.
But if we get it wrong, we have to eat Snappy Tom, the cat food, which Robbie asked, is that even safe for humans to consume? But my answer was probably.
Yeah. So, yeah, you got it right? Or did you guess it was Judith?
Oh, I guess
you
it
even
was
guess?
Judith?
Yeah, it wasn't. It was me.
No, it was Tom.
So you're going to be eating cat
That's
food.
how amazing he is at Judith Lucy. It's his best impression by a mile.
That's my
Hey.
only impression.
Hey.
Yeah.
Shake.
Thank you, Robbie. Oh, my God, you are wet
Nice bit
as... Oh, my God. So wet. That hand.
Okay.
All right.
Like a slippery dip at Wet and Wild. You see this little ant when you go in to shake his hand, go,
Yeah, down the fingers.
palm.
Yeah. Okay, next segment. Ease your mind.
All right. Pretty much, this is... I know we've got a lot of segments here, and we're going way over time, but I was walking in the park before picking up you guys, but you didn't know that.
Yeah.
I walked past a lake, and I think I saw the most peaceful sight ever.
Yep.
Sat down, saw a bunch of turtles swimming around in the lake. There was a lot of ibises as well, and they have that gross little blood under their wings, so that was gross. So I started just looking at the water that had a lot of their feathers in the water because it's extremely scummy, and that reminded me of the ibises. But there was a moment where all the feathers did apparate, and 10 turtles emerged out of the water and started swimming next to each other and formed a circle in the middle of the lake and kind of just bobbed there for a while, all around each other. So it was like this council of elders discussing what the swamp laws are.
Yeah.
One of the turtles has broken the code and shown everybody that we're actually the fastest creature in the world.
Yeah, what will we do with him? Bring him forward.
Full nasheeded him, cut it off his long
No
neck,
shell,
turned him into a snake.
Comes out bare without a shell on. Like, no.
But what of the shell?
Yeah, what will we do with the shell, my lord? That's a truly
They just
beautiful
turned it into an Acer Arena, an Acer Arena stadium for all the other little baby turtles to go and watch Nicki Minaj perform in the turtle. They shrink her down and she just goes in there and is like, this is the weirdest concert I've ever done.
And they just throw him to the ibises.
Okay, so now we've got
So
that.
anyway, the point is, did you guys think that was relaxing?
Yeah, it was really beautiful.
You've
Straight
ruined
up.
the image in my mind. Though. It started off really beautiful. You guys, as usual, just skid marks all over it.
Yeah.
Tom, clean up your act.
All right. Last segment. It's another one of Robbie's. Do you want to explain this one, Robbie?
So this one is... It's called Who Let My Dog on the Radio? I did, but can you guess who it is? And
Very nice segment. Name.
Okay, I just need to get the sound here.
Should have done that before.
Yeah, well-
Now we have to pad I hate padding, which, nice little fun announcement for 2016. Make sure that you listen to our national coverage of the election. And also, very soon is the ACT state elections. And surprise, guys, haven't told you about this because I forgot about it, but we're going to be covering that live.
ACT,
The
really?
ACT elections. If you like padding, then, buy yourself a bunch of tampon pads, sit on them, just to add some more pads to the situation. I don't know, you could also put on some boxing pads as well. Just find other pads.
And speaking of live events, we will be doing our Rocket League tournament in about 5 hours from when this is being released. So if you're listening to this right at the moment it's released, come on Steam. It's happening live. Robbie is commentating. Jordan will be there, maybe. We'll see. Robbie,
I did want to go. You kind of just built the beads. I think you guys just wanted to do it by yourselves. You didn't tell me.
No, I wanted you to come. I just didn't think you'd want to.
Sure. Anyway, let's just continue this, shall we? We'll talk about this afterwards.
Yeah. All right, Robbie.
All right. Let my dog on
Do you
the
want to
radio.
explain the segment?
Basically, I just recorded my dog, and I've got other dog sounds, and you've got to guess which is my dog, Stanley. And
All right.
and then it's gonna. There's a punishment associated with wrong guessing,
Which is what?
In the traditional... Okay, so the beginning of this pod is setting the bar extremely high. Robbie has set it to the absolute top level of the Olympic Stadium. Huge bar.
And
Can't
he's
beat.
raising it. I didn't think
In
he
his
could do
mind,
it.
yeah, he can't beat Trey Bien.
Yeah.
Now he's beating... Sorry.
So, fairy tale feasts.
Had to look at his notes to remember his own highest achievement ever.
Let's forget about that forever.
And now he's trying to lower it even lower for the limbo part of the pod, which is always the last segment, which is always going to be as crass as you need.
How low can we go?
Yeah,
Because the punishment for this is whoever loses has to wipe Robbie's bum, or if one of us wins,
right.
Robbie has to wipe his bum
Forgot about it.
to the tune of champagne showers.
Okay. Robbie, let's hear the sounds. So you've got 3 sounds here, right?
I've got 4 sounds.
4 sounds, and one of them's your dog.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, well,
I really don't think it's that.
okay. Robbie's dog is a golden retriever.
Yeah, we know that much.
If
so-
you want to confuse us, why would you put that one in?
Yeah, but I'm actually going to guess that one because I don't want to get this right because I don't want to have someone wipe my ass. So I'm going to go with option A. Let's hear it.
Okay, option B.
Again, the audio
I
is
do
just
want
recorded
someone
so
to
well.
wipe my ass, so I'm tentative on B. Tentative on that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Or
I don't think it's any of those.
Is that it? Is this...
They're all too well recorded.
do
There's
this as
no
a
way
trick
you
question.
got Stanley into a recording booth.
Just going to have to go with the one that sounds most inbred, because if you've ever seen Stanley, incredibly beautiful dog, but also cross-eyed, so it's kind of a bit of a...
too pure. Too pure.
Far
breed.
too pure.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
Too many sisters involved in that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that the punishment was going to include me. I thought it was just it was going to be like a trick segment where
Surprise.
you guys were going to lose it inevitably.
Yeah, but now whatever option we choose, you're going to get your ass
Now
wiped.
apparently I'm involved somehow.
Yep.
So I didn't.
All right, let's wipe Robbie's ass.
Tom, I believe you were the first one to do it, so you
No,
get
I
to
got it
claim-
right. Oh.
You didn't get it right. You were the
I got
first
it
to get it
wrong
wrong.
first.
I abstained.
All right, okay.
God.
Robbie, let's do it.
Okay, so we've got 18 seconds of pad. We're trying to time this appropriately, so hurry up, Tom. Make sure that you've got your headphones on because we really need this to just
All right,
work
Robbie, come over here.
well. It's getting close. Pull down your pants quickly. We're coming up to the climax. Almost. We've got a little bit of time. He's scared. Robbie is really scared of his bum getting wiped. Hang on. Here we go. He's put Robbie's bum in the middle of the pod studio. Embarrassing. Highly embarrassing. Danger. You don't have Just turn it off right now. Everyone's freaking out. It was disgusting. I think there was some brown on it. Everybody, that was the 37th episode of the pod. There's nothing significant about that number. You just heard a basic thing. See you around. See you next week, folks. Ta-ta.